then you have the same thing happening. And there are dealers, and I'm going to let you speak to this, but there are dealers that they're truly fearful of the degeneration of one of the most iconic brands in the world, right? They're truly terrified about what is to come of driving this thing into the ground. Thoughts?
Well, and I think Scott Bumpus really laid that part of it out. Like, what is missing? Because they're running it, they being the current board over at Harley, they are running it as almost any other business. And that's probably not fair. And I'm struggling for words on that. But the reality is there's so much more to Harley than a motorcycle manufacturer. It is the history that people buy into. It is the camaraderie that people buy into. It's this iconic, legendary brand that people buy into. And when you don't have Juneau Avenue, a place for everybody to call home and go to work, you have a bunch of disconnected people involved in Harley Davidson trying to run a business from their living rooms on Zoom calls, wherever it happens to be. They're missing what used to make Harley Davidson so great. It's that dealer network, that connection with the events and the rides and all of the stuff that brings people together that makes a consumer really excited to fly his or her Harley Davidson flag. So when you strip all those away and you just run the business off of the nouns and numbers, which is debatable if they're even doing that, but let's just assume they're running it just off of the data like they would any other brand, Harley Davidson isn't any other brand, which is why you've had the number one market share for so long until Honda most recently took it back over with some small displacement vehicles. So that's the scare from the dealers, is that what are we just going to become Hyundai now? Is that the next thing? Because that's not who we are and that's not what any of them signed up for.